Yo, what's up, hunters? Steel Vico here, and welcome back to another video. And this is Demongo's Creep File. You guys may have been waiting a long time for this, and rightfully so, because honestly, I should have done Demongo first. I mean, other than William Compton. I think it was fitting that William Compton was first. Because, you know, he's like one of my first, but he's my second, and I did Habeas Corpses first. What's up with that? Well, honestly, I was struggling to get this guy down the stairs, so I went with Habeas Corpses first. That's the reason why he's first. As stupid as that is, it's true. Anyway, so, we're going to be doing Demongo's Creep File. This would be counted as the updated version, except for he never had an original, so this is now his original. Also, keep in mind this video, it's possible that this video may have been recorded a day or so before. As of right now, this video was recorded around 7 days to Halloween. More like 6 hours and 6 days and some hours, but around 7 days to Halloween, if you're curious. Anyway, on to the Creep File. So, this is Demongo. He is basically a demon that his eyes light up and he screams, and it looks like he's kind of floating from his grave and is like, you know, in the graveyard reaping souls, but he doesn't have a scythe because he doesn't need a scythe. Alright guys, we're back. Now on to his demo. I think that area is louder, possibly. And that was Demongo's, that is Demongo's, demo. So, Demongo's bass part is this mask. We got it at Goodwill several years ago. Okay, I'm gonna turn him off. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna keep talking. We got him at Goodwill the mask at Goodwill several years ago. When I was collecting Scream masks. Well, that was before I started collecting a ton of Scream masks. I thought this looked cool. So, we used it on a character before that was literally like a hooded dude with this face, but he just stood there and he was like shorter than me at the time, and I was like in 5th grade. So, not even 5th grade. I think I was younger than that, and he was pretty short. And so he looked kind of weird, and then he became Demongo several years later. So that is his bass part. His lights and sound effects are actually, there was a Grim Reaper wallpaper, you could put it on your door or something, and then when it gets triggered, it makes those noises, and it makes it look like his eyes lit up. But it got kind of annoying to my parents, because the wallpaper got annoying to us, so we took it down, and we stopped using it for a while, and then I found the audio thing, and I decided to use that as his audio thing. His head is basically just a stuffed head taped to a wooden stick that leads down and connects to some PVC, which is, I don't know why we did it this way, but which is taped to, which is basically just taped, and then this is put into the ground, and part of the PVC was painted black, even though Demongo now has a gravestone that covers it up. He had arms, he was given hands this year, which is one of the new updates to him, which are actually just skeleton hands, and then these gloves are slightly stuffed, and I think they look awesome. I made it so his arms don't drop as much by replacing the wood. This one still is kind of low, but, you know, you can't have both of his arms out, because it kind of looks stupid if he's, like, T-posing or something. And then this arm is same deal. He's gotten wings that we got at Party City, like, last year, at the very end of the season, like, after it was over. And it looks cool because we added it on him, and he's a demon. His cloak is actually the Howling Horror cloak. If you guys know what that is, it's also from Party City. His insides are basically just like, it's hard to show, but it's actually one of my brother's pants that we stuffed. And keep in mind, he didn't lose the pants because they didn't fit him. They were like really old pants, and we stuffed them, and we basically made it into a body, so that gave him his form, and we didn't need any more because this looks ghostly when you leave it like that. And then there's also the secondary hood, which is actually part of this mask. I think it's Screaming Demon, or Scream Demon, something like that. Not sure. His gravestone was made last year, too. I painted it custom. This is based off of a design that I found on a wooden shield. This is, I think it's the witch symbol that's supposed to keep witches from rising out of the grave. Gonna be honest now, I'm pretty sure that logo that I drew it from, that's from Scooby-Doo, so I'm not sure if that's actually a thing. But if it is, cool. If it's not, whoever gets the reference to trick-or-treating gets extra candy if they come to my house. We use like stone. We use the spray paint that makes it look like have a stony texture. It's got hands that don't look awesome but are kind of cool, on the stone, and then the splatter, which I thought would look neat. Kind of does. Yeah, and I think the inspiration for Demongo was mainly his face. I was like, wait, what if I made a demon? And that's kind of just what made me come up with Demongo. And then his eye things were added much later when I realized that we had those, and I was like, wait a second. But one of the, in my opinion, for some reason, I don't know why this is, one of the most important updates to him was the fact that his head, he is no longer looking down on you, he's looking straight out. Kind of makes him, it makes it look a little less like he's towering over you, because it's not like he's looking down on you. But then again, when he was looking down, it's like, you'd have to be pretty short. He's tall, he's taller than me, but he's not, like, super tall, so when he's looking down, it makes it look like he's looking down at some toddler. His main head part, like the stuffed blanket thing, was tied around the wooden pole this year, and I think it was an improvement. His head shape is a bit different and a little bit odd, but it's growing on me, and I think it looks awesome now. I love his wings. I think he will make a better addition and be more reliable this year in my graveyard, because of the fact that he's probably not going to fall over much anymore, because we have a few ideas to keep him down, or I do, plus his arms aren't going to be an issue because they aren't going to be falling, so they're not going to be throwing him off balance. So yeah, that is Demongo. He was one of my favorites last year. He's still awesome this year. I have a lot of new characters, so it's kind of hard, for me to say he's one of my favorites, but definitely one of my favorite 2017 characters I made. And he's a classic, and he'll probably always be around, but he might, he'll evolve, as all my props have. But he probably isn't going to have, any more huge updates anytime in the future. His arms might be improved further. His head shape might be fixed. But I actually kind of like it now that I think about it. I think it looks creepy. He might be able to be taller. His gravestone might have more detail, or might even have a new gravestone altogether. We'll still keep this one, but yeah. So that is the creep file for Demongo. Technically a monster file, but I'm going to put all of these videos into one and call it a creep file, because even though he's a monster, he's still a creep. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Out of the 3 creep files, tell me which one's your favorite. Happy 7 days to Halloween. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.